You almost went to hell with that squat, dude.
What's going on, guys? Zach here. So in the previous video, we went through the training program that I'm gonna be doing for the next 6 to 8 weeks. And so in this video, I'm gonna take you guys through all of the compound movements from this past week. So starting out on Saturday with the bench press, and man, I'll tell you guys, it feels good to be bench pressing again. Even though I'm not good at it, it's a lift that I struggle with. It's really good to be back in, on the bench and have the weight in the hands and, working at it to get better. So with these, what I want to talk about is setting up exactly the same from your warm-ups to your working weight. A lot of people, for their warm-ups, they'll just, lay down on the bench and, just pick the bar up and do their weights, but you're missing out on a chance to practice that form and lock it in. So, for me, just trying to set up exactly the same, every single set is really important throughout all of these compound lifts that I'm going to show you today. But specifically with the bench press, so here's my top set, 235, and just wasn't really patient with it. The hips shot up and my butt probably came off the bench. And just wasn't really patient with it. It moved okay, but something got to work on, just pulling that bar into you and driving up. So other than that, drop back down and just getting some extra volume in. I think this is 160, but just working. Bench is gonna come along slow for me. My squat and deadlift tend to move pretty fast and shoot up in weight, but the bench is probably going to go pretty slow. But I'm doing it 3 times a week, so we'll see how that evens out. Moving on to Monday, deadlifts. Something about deadlifting on Monday, it was actually kind of nice. I was ready to go. New start to the week, and you got some heavy deadlifts coming at you. So this was one of those deadlift workouts that you just dream about. Like, everything was firing, glutes, hamstrings, everything's firing in the right order. And if you deadlift a lot, there's days where you go in and you're like, what the hell am I doing? It's just picking up a bar. Why is this so hard? Nothing's firing in the right order. Like, you want to just walk out of the gym. This was not one of those days. Everything was moving real fast. You're gonna see working up to 390 here, and it just flew up, just locked in. So I decided to bump it up to 410 and do one of the Joker sets, and that just moved great as well. It moved a little bit slower, but it still moved at a consistent speed. So there was no sticking points in there, and that's something I'm really excited about. Really excited that these moved really well, because that means that my hamstrings, my glutes, I've really been hammering those. I was hammering those, before switching to this program, and I can really tell the difference that it's making. So we dropped it down to about 295, 290, and just 3x3. Just you're feeling good. Get the extra volume in. Work on the form. Went beltless, and hopefully we can duplicate this session, on this next Monday, this next deadlift session, because it just felt awesome. So moving on to Wednesday, squatting, and this session was the complete opposite of the deadlift session. Everything just felt loosey-goosey and not locked in, not tight. I'll say this though, the weight moved well. But my lower body just felt out of sync. I was dealing with a little tightness in my right ankle, my right foot / ankle, and it was really bothering me on this day, and it's been kind of bothering me lately, but I guess all the frequency of squatting twice a week has really caused it to act up. And so, you know, on this day, it was just, you know, when you're dealing with some kind of foot injury or ankle, you know, immobility in your ankle, it's going to affect your whole leg, your whole body, actually. Your feet are the base of the squat. And, you know, if you're having an issue, if your feet are, you know, if you're coming up on your toes, if your feet are caving in, you know, it's going to affect your knees and your hips. So, you know, I was having trouble, you know, keeping my knee tracking, you know, over my toes and driving my knees out. And I was having trouble getting my hips really into the squat. And I think one of the things actually that had to do with this was deadlifting on Monday. I could feel that my hamstrings and my glutes were kind of fatigued. They weren't sore, but they were definitely kind of fatigued, and I don't think that helped at all. So combination of the ankle and the glutes and hamstrings just made for a really tough workout. Still hit all the weights, you know, that was prescribed. We were working up to 370, and then we dropped it back down to like 280, 290, and did like 4 sets of 4 or 3 sets of 4, one of the two. But yeah, just with the ankle, you know, gonna have to keep an eye on it and see kind of what I can do to prevent it from getting any worse. I mean, obviously I'm still able to squat, which is great. But, you know, gonna have to just keep an eye on it. So on Wednesday, obviously this is squats, and we hit some arm accessories after this workout, arm and I think lower back. And then Thursday is a chest workout. I chose not to bench press. I did incline bench press, or incline dumbbell press, I'm sorry. And then Friday is another squat session. And so this Friday squat session was the complete opposite of the Wednesday squat session. With the ankle, I ended up voodoo flossing it right before the workout. And voodoo floss, for those of you guys that don't know, it's basically like tubing that you like wrap really tightly around joints, or muscles, and usually joints, because the tightness that you can wrap it around a joint, it really compresses that joint, and you can take it through range of motion. And when you take it off, it's going to drive blood into that joint and hopefully, help heal it. So voodoo flossed the ankle before this workout, and it felt 100% better. It felt like 90 to 95% good. And as a result, just smashed weights. This is 370. Hit that pretty easily. You can see my boy Alex in the background. I don't know what the hell he's doing. But Alex came over and was like, hey man, let's go up. Like, come on, let's stop messing around. So hit 370 or 390 right here. And that felt good. It felt light. And I was talking to Alex. I was like, dude, when I get more weight on my back, I feel more locked in. I feel like I can sit back more, and I just feel tighter. So, but jumped it up to 405. Hit that. Felt great again. And then Alex was like, come on, like, throw some tens on, like, let's go. So 425, and just barely missed it. I'm still kind of angry about it. Just barely missed it. What happened was, you'll see it on the replay. It just gets forward on me a little bit, and I just couldn't lock it out. But two things to take away from this. One, it didn't crush me. Like, I didn't go down and just get stapled by it. And two, this is probably a body weight PR for me. Like I said, I was about 20 pounds heavier when I was hitting weights like this before. So really encouraging. Even though I missed it, really encouraging. So did that. Hit up some froyo with the girlfriend. She's also going to have a weekly training update video with you guys, so stay tuned for that. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.